out. Once again, breathing in and breathing out. And then from here, we'll inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, a little bit of pressing out from the mouth, like you're blowing out a candle. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, press the air. And then from here, just dropping the ear toward the right shoulder. And we'll come back to the center and dropping the ear toward the left shoulder. The stretch of the head and neck and back to the center. Once again, over to the right shoulder. Trying to elevate that shoulder and back to center and over to the left. And then we'll come back to the center and look over that right shoulder here. Make sure the spine is nice and long. Head sitting atop the spine, look over the left. And back to center. Once again, right. That nice stretch and over the left. And then come back to the center and just drop your chin to your chest. And come back to the center and look up. And then once again, chin to the chest. And then from here, looking up. And we'll shrug the shoulders up by the ears. Draw your shoulder blades down onto your back. Shrug the shoulders. Draw them down onto your back. Go through a couple more, just like that. Nice and easy. And then we'll reverse the circle. So coming in the opposite direction here. Shrug your shoulders, rounding. Two more like this. And then from here, shoulder blades draw into your back. Release the arms down. Fingertips barely touching. Take the arms all the way up as you breathe in. Join the palms here. Exhale, press the space away. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms, open the chest. Take the palms together here. Exhale and press the space away. One more like that. Inhale, arms lift. Easing toward the thumbs. See if you can meet the palms and then reach out for the fingertips. Next time you breathe in, we'll move on the breath here. So coming up and over toward the right. And then as you inhale, make your way back to the center. Arms overhead, exhale, up and over to the left. Inhale as you reach. Exhale, up and over to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, up and over to the left. One more like that. Inhale, we'll come up and over to the right this time and hold. Rounding down through that opposite sitting bone and then lengthening out through the fingertips here. Turn the chest up, turn the gaze up, breathing in and out. One more breath. Inhale, lift, rising up. This time up and over to the left and hold. Ground down through that right sitting bone this time. Bend into this elbow, so careful with the shoulders creeping up by the ear. Lengthen out through the fingertips, one more breath. And then rising up, moving with the breath once again, we'll twist to the right. Inhale, float the arms all the way up. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, rotate the spine, twist to the right. Inhale, sweeping the arms. Nice, exhale, twist. And then the next time you reach up, we'll take a twist to the right and hold. Reach onto the fingertips here for a little taller lengthening up through the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, start to come into that twist. Nice, pull the belly up then, creating space here, creating length, and then twisting into that space. One more breath. Inhale, arms rise. Take a twist to the left this time, hold. Reach the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. Exhale, coming into that twist. Pull the belly up and grow top. Twisting out, one more breath. Inhale, arms float all the way up overhead. We'll release the arms back down, and this time lift the arms up halfway and just wrap the arms here. Coming through a couple of circles. Just starting to warm up the spine, allow the weight of the head to release. Circling clockwise. And then we'll reverse this circle. So coming in the opposite direction. Allow the spine to round. All the way out and around. Last time through. And then releasing. Release the arms here. We're going to come onto hands and knees. So take that padding away. And come into a table position here. So your hips and knees in line. Start your shoulders so they're right over top of the wrist. And then see if you can spread the fingers. And then from spreading the fingers, press down into all parts of the hand. And then just extend the spine as you breathe in. And breathing out, round all the way up, roll your calendar. As you inhale, the belly will drop, from here, the heart will lift. And as you exhale, really press into the hands like you're pressing the space away. Rounding up through the spine and just move through that sequence. 2 more times. Let's see if I can add some music. No, that's not what we wanted to do. Inhale, heart will extend. Exhale, press all the way up, rounding up through the spine. 1 more like that. Lengthen the belly. And this time around, all the way up, pull your tail under. So you can separate the knees a little wider apart. We're bringing hips all the way back toward the heels. Inch your fingertips out a little longer in front here. Let the forehead rest on the mat. If the forehead doesn't rest on that, take the knees a little wider. Walk it out to the right. Lay over that right thigh. Reach your hips over to the left. Breathe into this left side. And then make your way through center. And we'll reach the hips over to the right and just breathe into that whole right side. 1 more breath. And then keep this nice and long. Make your way back to the center. And we're going to come into more of an extended cat-cow. So as you come forward, shifting the shoulders a little forward to the wrist. As you exhale, draw the tailbone back around your spine. Inhale, the belly lengthen. Exhale, tailbone draws you back. And then the next time you shift forward, we'll take this into a circle. So circling over to the right. Sink the hips all the way back toward the heels like you're going to take that rest pose again. And then come over to the left. Pull through a couple of circles in one direction here. Nice. And then reverse the circle. So starting to warm up the hips, shoulders. All the way back and around. Nice, and then this next time you shift forward, readjust. So hips and knees are in line, stack your shoulders and wrists. Take this right leg straight back. We'll tuck the toes under. Start to rock it back and forth a couple of times. So starting to come into that stretch. The next time you rock back, hold. Breathe into this. And then shift forward just a bit. We'll lift the leg here, but try not to lift the hip. Engage the belly, tap the toes down, really flex the foot, and rise up. Nice and slow, tap it down. And rise up. On this next one, we'll add the arm. So left arm alongside the ear. And tap it down. And lift it up. And tap it down. A couple more just like that. Moving with your breath. Really reach through that back heel, knee and toes pointing down toward the floor. Last one, find that extension in both directions here. We'll release the hand down. Take that foot over the opposite foot. Reach back through the heel. Take a little peek over your left shoulder. Press into the hands. Breathing into that right side. 1 more breath. Release your toes. We'll take the knee to the floor. Left leg straight back. This time, tuck your toes under. Start to rock it back and forth here. Nice. On this next one, we'll reach back and hold. Breathe into that stretch. And then shift forward just a bit. Lift the leg without elevating that hip. Engaging the abdominals. Tap it down. Rise up. Nice and slow. Tap it down. Rise up. From here, we'll add the right arm. Nice and easy. Head in line with the spine here. Try not to let the head hang. Engaging the abdominals. Keep hugging in toward the midline here. And on this last one, we'll find that length in both directions. Try to lift it out of the left wrist. 1 more breath. And then release that foot over the opposite foot. Reach through that heel and take a peek over your right shoulder this time. Ah, super nice. Release your toes here. Bring your knee back down to the floor. And then we'll slide the hands forward, maybe a palm's length. Tuck the toes, lifting the knees and reaching the hips up and back. I'm just pedaling out the feet here, bending one knee. As you reach and straighten that opposite heel toward your mat. Just kind of waking up the feet, the legs, getting things moving. In fact, the next time you reach that left heel, roll over the top of the right foot. And then roll through, and then roll over the top of the left foot here if you can. Roll through, just kind of breaking up some caution. Feet. And then the next time you roll over the top of the right foot, take a little circle of the ankle. And circle it the other way. And then let's switch and do the other foot. And then starting the heels toward the mat, press into the hands firmly, chest is moving toward the thighs. We'll shift forward. Finding a plank position, shoulders over the wrist, press into the hands firmly so the shoulder blades are engaged onto the back. And then as you exhale, from there, draw your thighs back. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, shift forward. Extend back through the heels. You can always lower the knees if this is too much. And then thighs draw you back. Nice. Let's do that one more time. Shifting forward, either lowering the knees or holding this broad across the collarbones. Actively engage the legs. And then from here, thighs draw you back. We'll walk the hands back toward the feet. We're going to come to a forward fold here at the back of the mat. So take a little bend in the knees. Allow the chest to kind of just collapse onto the thighs. Head is heavy. Nod your head, yeah. Shake it now. Let it go. And then we'll spread through the toes. Keep the knees soft, but keep the legs actively engaged as you roll it up to stand. Roll your shoulders back at the top. We'll grow tall. And then definitely lift all 10 toes away from the mat. Spread your toes. Bring your awareness into those feet. And bring them down one at a time. Keeping those toes spread. Once more like that. Lift your toes. Spread them out. Bring them down one at a time. Pinkies all the way to the big toes. And then from here, bringing the chin to the chest, you're going to imagine you're peeling away from the wall. Start to roll it down through the spine. Allow the head to hang, arms stable, soften the knees. And then actively press the feet into the floor here, but keep the knees soft to protect that low back. Stepping one vertebra on top of the other. Shoulders roll back or top, chin to the chest, peel back down. Engaging the abdominals. Let the head be heavy. And then make like you're pressing the floor away here. Engaging the abdominals. Bone by bone, stacking one on top of the other. Nice, shoulders roll back, chin to the chest, peel back down. Knees are soft. And then from here, rolling up, keep the knees soft. Abdominals engaged. Make like you're pressing the floor away. Last time through, chin to the chest, peel it down. Imagine you're peeling away from the wall here, so hollow out the belly, come down bone by bone, nice. As you come up, stacking one vertebrae on top of another, we're gonna add on from here, moving mindfully, chin to your chest, peel it down. This time we're gonna take the hands all the way down to the floor, and then walk it out for 1, 2, on 3, coming back into that high plank position, reach back through the heels, you're walking to lower the knees, elbows are hugging in, chest is aiming forward, pressing up. So it's a tricep push-up for 2. Nice, here's 3. And then tuck your toes under, lift the hips up and back. Start to walk the hands back toward the feet. Take a little bend in the knees here. The knees are soft, press the floor away, engaging those abdominals, stacking bone by bone. Shoulders roll back or top, and then chin to your chest. Heel back down. Nice and easy here. Take the hands to the floor, walk it all the way up until the shoulders are in line with the wrist. Engage your shoulder blades firmly onto the back. Your knees can lower, elbows hugging in, so elbows going straight back. You can lower down 2 inches from here. You can lower down halfway or nose to your mat. One more. From here, tuck your toes, lift the knees, bring the hips up and back, walk the hands all the way back toward the feet. Take a little bend in the knees here, engaging the abdominals, roll it up bone by bone, stacking one vertebrae on top of another, roll your shoulders back from here for a top. And then chin to your chest and peel back down. And take the hands to the floor. Walk it all the way up. Bring your shoulders so they're in line with the wrists. Knees can lower. Elbows hugging in, pressing up. For 2, try not to let the head hang. And 3. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Walk the hands all the way back toward the feet. Soften the knees here, engaging the abdominals. Roll it up bone by bone. Last time through. When you're ready, chin to your chest, Pilates push-ups, rolling down. Take the hands to the floor, walk it all the way out here, bring your shoulders in line with your wrists. You can lower the knees if you like. Elbows hugging in, chest aiming forward, pressing up. And from here, tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back, walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. And we'll take a little bend in the knees and roll up. Nice. From here, coming all the way up to stand, go ahead and grab a hold of those knees. And let's come to a wide second, heels in, toes out. Take that external rotation through the hip joints. Roll your shoulders back, navel draws to your spine. You're going to slide down an imaginary wall as you do reach the arms. And then slide back up. So tailbone is heavy, crown of the head reaching to the ceiling. Slide down that wall. Knees over toes for reach. Nice. Sink. Make sure as we slide down that wall, the knees are opening toward the wall behind you, so you're not rolling in on the inside of the foot here. 3 more. Crown of the head is lengthening toward the ceiling. Tailbone is sinking down toward the foot. Last one, stay here, little pulses. Nice, we're gonna hold this one, start to carve out a circle with the arms. Stabilizing through the shoulder blades here, so try to keep the upper body still. Carving out that circle in the air, 2 more. And then we'll reverse that circle. Navel drawing to the spine. Knees are opening to that wall behind you. Last 2 this way. Nice. From here, we're going to spin the back heel away. Reach so you're facing the side wall. Bring the palms to your face up. You're going to let this back knee dip as you do coming into a bicep curl. So elbows are in line with the shoulders. Front toes point straight ahead. Knee is aligned over the ankle. Two more. And we'll come back to the middle. From here, reach the arms. This time, bring the arms out in front of you. Go ahead and lower the right arm. And then the left. Try not to break at the wrist here. Try not to rock side to side. Try not to elevate the shoulders. Stabilizing through the upper body. Nice. We're going to switch in the air on this next one. So alternating. Make sure you're not rocking side to side. 3 more like this. There's 2. Last one. We're going to reach the arms. Go ahead and spin this back heel away. This time, turn your palms to face up. Other side. Same as before, bicep curl. How low that knee goes is up to you and your knees. Try to keep those elbows lifted. Last one. We'll come back to the middle. From here, bend the elbows, little pulses up. Elbows in line with the shoulders. Broaden the collarbones. Nice. From here, we're going to bring it in. Open it out. Bring it in, arms parallel. Glide the shoulder blades onto your back. Two more. Shoulder blades glide onto your back. Last one. Join the wrist here and squeeze. This is it. Last 2. Glue them together. Little pulses, small movement. Reaching and lifting for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and toe heel the feet in. And we'll lower your weights. Grab a little sip of water here if you like. We'll come back to the back of the mat. Bring your feet so they're parallel, sitting bone width apart. Draw your chin to your chest, roll it back in. Taking the hands to the floor here, we'll walk it out. Stop here in that downward dog. Pedal the feet. And then from here, inhale, shift forward, come back into that plank position. Really press into the hands here, engaging those shoulder blades. Moving forward to tippy toes, you can lower the knees, or for a little more challenge, elbows hugging in, lower all the way onto your belly. Nice. Hands underneath the shoulders. Separate the knees a little wider, sink your hips to your heels. Take a little rest pose here. Take a breather. Nice and easy. Come on up. Grab a sip of water here if you like. I'm going to slide the legs around. Bringing your feet so they're about sitting bone width apart. Scoop your belly. Plant the feet on the mat. If you have a ball, you can bring it between the inner thighs or block here. Navel drawing to your spine or top. We're going to scoop the belly round. As you exhale. Inhale, lift it up through the crown of the head. Exhale, scooping around. Inhale, rise up, lengthen the crown of the head toward the ceiling. Exhale, curl the tail under, let that draw you back. Lifting up, you can release the arms from here, 2 more. Navel drawing to your spine. Last time through, use your exhale. Rise up, grow tall, hands back behind the thighs. We'll hinge from the hips this time, nice long spine. Rise up, grow tall. Exhale and hinge. And rise. Then release the arms from here for a little more challenge. Make sure your spine is nice and long. Try and keep the feet glued down to the floor. You're moving from the hip joint here, just leaning back. Nice. Last time through. Rise up from here. We're going to bend the right elbow. Rotate here. Open up to the right. Sweep the arm around. Exhale. Bend that left elbow. Reach it around. Rotate. And come up tall. Exhale, rotate. Open your chest to the left. Sweep it around. And rotate. Swing it around. Last time through. Nice. Rise up from here. Scoop your belly. Bring your hands back behind your thighs. Navel to spine. Lower all the way down. Use that abdominal control. Goes back home. Nice. Once you're here, walk your feet in. I'm going to take the hands onto the lower belly. I'm going to do a couple of pelvic tilts. So press the low back down. Come through neutral. Allow the back to arch. Once again, navel to spine. Press the low back into the floor. Come through neutral. Allow your back to arch. And then we're going to come to that neutral where you're not overarching the back here or jamming that low back into the floor. Release the arms to the sides. Lift the right toes away. Lower down. Moving from your hip joint. Left toes lift away. Lower down. So you should feel those abdominals fire up here. Moving from your hip joint. Let's do a couple more just like that. Nice and easy. Try not to let that low back jam into the floor. The next time the left leg lifts, the right leg will lift. From here, reach those right toes to a hover and lift up. Try not to change the shape of your pelvis. Left toes come to a hover. Slow lift. So make sure you're not moving from your knee joint here. You're moving from the hip. So you're going to keep that 90-degree angle of the leg. Pelvis is staying the same. You're not jamming the low back down or letting that back overarch. You should really feel this in those lower abdominals here, TA beyond. One more right and left. We're going to bring the knees over the hips, reach the arms like a T. Come over to the right, into a hover. Opposite oblique lifts you back to the center. Keep those shoulder blades actively pressing down into the floor here. Come over to the left, slow center. Try and keep this 90-degree angle. So knees are directly in line with the hips, not in toward your chest. Weight of the shoulder blades pressing down, palms pressing into the floor. Let's do one more right and left, scooping that belly. Fire up those obliques. Back to the center. Back to the left. Nice. Coming back to the center. Release the feet one at a time. Take the hands back behind the head here. The elbows wide, navel to spine. Lift up. Lift up a little bit higher. And slow to lower. Exhale, rise. Lift up a little bit higher. And slow lower back down. Exhale, lift. And lift. Try and keep the elbows wide here, navel drawing to your spine. Scoop your belly. And reaching up. Try not to tense up the head and neck. In fact, this next time we lift up, let the weight of the head come into the hands. Then lift a little higher from there. And then lower down. One more like this, and then we'll take it into a rotation. So from here, the next time you rise up, hold. We'll rotate right, elbows wide. Come back to the center. Rotate to your left. Come back to the center. Lift up in the middle and lower back down. Exhale, lift. Rotate. Center. Rotate. Center. Lift. And lower. Exhale, peeling out. Tips the shoulder blades. Rotate right. Slowly center. Rotate to your left. Slowly center. Lift up right here in the middle. Lower all the way back down. 2 more. Exhale, rise. Rotate. Rotate. And lift. And lower last time through. Rotate right. Rotate to your left, moving across the body here. Come back to the center, lift up here. Take your hands back behind the thighs. Super navel your spine, lift a little bit higher. Pulses right here, lifting up for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reaching the arms if you like. And 10, lower down. Little circles here, hug your knees to your chest. We'll circle it the other way. And then take your head side to side. And from here, setting up for the 100, go ahead and scoop the belly, lifting one foot and then the other way. If you have the Pilates circle, you can go ahead and bring it between the ankles. If you have a ball, you can bring it between the thighs here. And then we'll reach the arms to shoulder height, but drop the rib cage down. Start to float the arms a bit overhead. Nod your chin to your chest here. Tips of the shoulder blades come away. And we'll start to pump the arms. So you're inhaling for 5, and you're exhaling for 5. If you have any issues with the head and neck, or this is just too much, you can take a ball or blanket underneath for support, or you're welcome to lower the upper body down to the floor. Staying here, lengthening the legs, squeeze those inner thighs in, scooping the belly, and then stay here, lower down to about 45 degrees, keep the inner thighs hugging in. Arms are pumping, navel's drawing to the side. Stay here, or slowly lift it back up to 90, and as you exhale, lower toward 45. Inhale to 90. Squeezing those inner thighs, slowly lower 45. Inhale to 90. Pumping the arms, try not to tense up the neck. Try not to use your momentum here and swing the legs. On this last one, we're gonna hold. Inhaling, exhale, lower down. Bring your knees into your chest here. Release any tension in the head and neck. We'll bring the knees in, rock it up, wrap along the spine here, and come to a seat. Nice, setting up for rolling like a ball. Start to curl the tail under here, rounding your spine. Lifting one foot and then the other way. And then rock just back into the sitting bones here. Scoop the belly, rock it back. Rock just back in the sitting bones. And rock it back. 2 more like that. Small movement. Make sure you're not bringing those knees any closer to your chest, so you're moving in one piece. Stay here or rock it back. Use your exhale. Rock it up. Balance for a moment here. Keep the tail tucked under so the spine is curved. Navel's drawing to the spine, chin's coming toward the chest. You're scooping that belly. Keep that same distance between your chest and your thighs throughout. Stay here or bring your nose to your knees. Slide your hands down to your ankles. Make it a little tighter in your body. Last one. We'll come up to a balance. Bring those legs so they're parallel. Lengthen, round across the collarbone to lengthen the spine, and extend the right. Extend the left. Reach the arms, squeeze those inner thighs, full teaser, hold, and then lowering down. Go ahead and lower one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way down onto your mat, engaging the abdominals here. Lengthen the legs long. Take your hands onto your pelvis, and we'll find the rib cage with the thumbs, and then find the top of your pelvis, those bony points at the front with the index fingers here. Drop the rib cage toward the pelvis a bit. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Let the tailbone lengthen toward the floor. Take the arms up overhead. Keep the rib cage dropping down. Squeeze the inner thighs. And start to roll up bone by bone. Coming into the roll up here, reach out and over the toes. You're welcome to use those weights and maybe put them on the ankles. And then curl the tail end around your spine. Arms float up overhead, rib cage drops down. Squeeze the inner thighs. Use your exhale, feel, feel, feel. Reach out and over the toes. Scooping the belly, curl the tail under, rounding the spine. Let that draw you back bone by bone. Arms float up, rib cage drops down. Exhale, peel. Really energize the legs here. So think of hugging in toward the midline. Reaching out and over the toes. And then curling the tail under, scooping the belly, lowering down. Slowly, arms float up, rib cage drops down. Squeeze the inner thighs, exhale and peel. Reach out and over the toes. And peel back down, hugging those inner thighs in. Nice, guys. Arms float up, rib cage drops down. Exhale, peel. Use your breath. Come all the way out and over. And then rolling through the spine here. Nice and easy. As the arms fold up, the rib cage drops down. Let's do 2 more. Slow it down. Breathing through that sticking point. Nice. Let's do 1 more. And on this last one, we're going to come all the way back down. So take your time. Reaching out and over the toes. Heel it down bone by bone here. From here, nice and easy, the arms float up, and then you'll reach the arms down by your sides. Bend the knees in 1 at a time. Plant the feet on the floor, and then grounding down through the shoulder blades. Lengthen the legs 1 at a time up toward the ceiling. We'll separate the legs about the width of the mat. Slow lower toward 45. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Slow lift to 90. Grounding down through the palms here. Press the shoulder blades into the floor. Slowly separate, slow lower. Inner thighs connect. Slow lift back up. 2 more, just like that. Make sure you're not swinging the legs here. Make sure you're not using your momentum. And then the next time you join the inner thighs back up at 90, go ahead and slow lower. Separate. Slow lift. Inner thighs connect. Slow lower. Slowly separate. Slow lift. Inner thighs connect. Nice. This is that last time through. We're going to join the inner thighs at the top here. And then you can go through 1 more set here. Or coming up and over, we'll separate, tap the toes down to the floor, and then roll it down to the side. So coming back to that first set we did, or coming into roll over, up and over, separate, flex the feet, tap the toes, roll on down. From here, up and over with the legs separated, tap the toes, inner thighs hug in, lower down. Nice. Separate, lift up and over. Make sure that weight is coming onto the shoulder blades, not the neck. We'll meet up at 90 degrees. No matter what set you did, squeeze those inner thighs in. We're going to draw a circle on the ceiling with those big toes. So circling right and circling it to the left. Draw that circle, squeeze the inner thighs together, ground down through the palms, shoulders away from the ears. So you can actively press those shoulder blades into the floor here. And circling to the left. Nice. From here, you can make that circle bigger and maybe find a lift at the top. Make sure you're coming onto the shoulder blades here, not onto your neck. Swing and lift. Or you can stay with the hips on the mat. 1 more each side. Supporting the weight on your shoulder blades if you're lifting. Nice. From here, we'll meet up at 90 degrees and then extend through the legs, lower down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flip the arms back up, drop your rib cage down. Nodding your chin to your chest, rise up and stretch. So take a little bend in the knees here. Folding over the legs, and take a sip of water. Nice. Grab your weights if you like. Weights are optional. You're gonna rock side to side and just put your extra flush weight in your sitting bones. Take a hand to your low back here and just make sure you have this inward curve of the spine. So if you're feeling kind of rounded and like your pelvis is tucked under, you can elevate the hips with that block if you have it, or bend the knees here, or both. So you've got this nice length. From here, reach the arms to a T, scoop your belly, take a breath in. As you exhale, rotating right. Reach back to the center, soft bend the elbows, rotate left. Palms are facing up, you're reaching the crown of the head toward the ceiling, coming into that rotation. Make sure the arms are at a T that whole time, so you're rotating from your belly button, not just by moving the arms. Slow it down. Rotate left. Nice long spine, come back to the center, make sure those arms are at your sides. So don't let the arms move, you're rotating the trunk, and then the arms will just move with you. Nice. This next time you come back to the center, bring the arms out in front of you. We'll bring the palms to face down. Bend that right elbow as you come into this rotation. Reach it back. Slowly left. Exhale, left. And slowly left bend. And bend the right elbow here. Reach. And slow release. And the left elbow back. Let's do one more right and left. And rotate. And release. Nice. Go ahead and release your weights. We'll slide forward on the mat a bit. Take a sip of water if you like. Take any props out of your way. We're going to come back to that curve of the low back. So C-shaped curve. This time top of the spine is long. Rocking back your sitting bones. Hands back behind the thighs here. Lengthen that right leg. Lengthen the left leg. You can stay here or slide the hands up to the calves. And then you're going to draw those inner thighs together. Slow separate just the width of your mat. Exhale, inner thighs connect. Nice, slow separate. So tail's tucked under, but top of the spine is long. We're broadening the collarbones here. If you need to, a little bend in the knees, and we can always grab back behind the inner thighs. Slow separate. One more like that. Exhale, draw it in. Slow separate, stay here, or navel to spine to rock you back. Rock to come up. Hold at the top. Exhale. Keep this distance between your chest and your thighs throughout. So tail curls under. Lengthen as you rise up. So broaden across your collarbones as you rise up here. Last one. Try not to use your momentum. Keep that same distance between chest and thighs throughout. We'll hold this one. Bring those inner thighs together. Reach the arms. Backstroke the right arm all the way back behind you, and then the left. So remember, you can stay here or you can lower it down onto the forearms. Either way. Keep the chest lifted, squeeze those inner thighs together. We'll draw a circle in the air with the inner thighs connected with those toes. Over to the left. And circle it to the right. Hip circle. Squeeze the inner thighs. Circle it to the left. Nice. Circling right. Use your breath. And circling left. Circle to the right. One more. Nice. From here, we're going to bend the knees. And then dip them to the right. Coming into that rotation, dip left. Dip right. Can. Lengthen the legs here. And dip them to the left. Dip them to the right. Dip them to the left. Extend, lengthen the legs. Here we go. Right. Left, right, lengthen, squeeze the inner thighs together here, dip left, dip right, dip left, lengthen, we'll come back to the middle, lower all the way down onto your back from here. Let's use a hug. Do a little circle here, releasing that sacrum, the low back into the floor, circling the other way, keep your head side to side. Nice, we'll take the left foot down to the floor. We're going to take this right knee so it's in line with the hips, scooping the belly here. Navel drawing to your spine. Interlace the fingers underneath the knee. Try not to draw your knee into your chest and keep it right over top of that hip. And we'll lengthen the left leg from here. Lowering down to about 45 degrees. You're welcome to keep the shoulder blades and the head and neck down on the floor. Or from here, lift, rounding the chin to the chest tip so the shoulder blades lift away. And then you're just going to hug the midline. And as you come straight down the midline, lengthen that opposite leg. So lengthening that leg, squeezing our thigh. Use your breath. Nice. Keep the space between your chin and your chest. If there's any pressure at all on the head and neck, go ahead and lower down. You can extend the arms from here if you like. Hugging in toward the midline, last set. We're going to go into doubles, bend both knees. Reach arms up and wrap in. It's a reach, squeeze those inner thighs, and a wrap. And reach, and a wrap. Two more. Hug the inner thighs in toward the midline. Last one here, reach, and wrap from here. Single straight leg, hands back behind the thigh. If you're more flexible, back behind the calf. It's double pull. Let the legs scissor. Double pull. Let the legs scissor. So they're going to come straight down the midline, hugging in toward the midline as we switch legs. One more. And we'll take the inner thighs together up at 90 degrees. Hands back behind the head here. Elbows are wide. Navel's drawing to the spine. It's a slow lower and a slow lift. Keep those inner thighs hugging in. Slow lower. and slow left. If this feels like too much, take a little break here. Lower the head and neck down. Last one. We're going to, from here, lengthen that left leg, bend the right knee, and rotate right. Back down the midline, rotate left. Straight down the midline, rotate to your right. Elbows are wide. Scooping that belly, navel drawing to your spine. Rotate right. Center. Rotate left. And center. One more each side. And lower it down. Give your knees a hug. Little circles here, just releasing that low back into the floor. Take your head side to side. Nice. We'll take both feet to the mat one at a time here. Go ahead and walk your feet all the way in toward the rear comfortably. We're going to set up for some bridging. You can readjust your ponytail. Take your arms to your sides. Sink your navel to your spine first. Press that low back down. So come into a bit of a pelvic tuck, then roll it up bone by bone. A little bit of adducting here. So knees drawing in toward the midline. And then think of the knees lengthening toward that opposite wall as you roll it down, bone by bone, upper back, middle back, lower back, all the way down to your tailbone. And then press the low back down and peel the hips away, bridging. Chin will come toward your chest. And then a little bit of hugging in toward the midline of the body. Glutes are engaged, and then as you lower down, think bone by bone, nice and slow. Nice, guys. Using that abdominal control to lower down. Let's do 2 more like that. Press the low back down. Peel the hips up, chin coming to your chest. Press down through the feet. A little bit of squeezing. You can even use a block or a ball between your inner thighs if you like. But think of hugging toward that midline. On our last one, press your low back down. Peel the hips away. We're going to hold this one at the top. And then we're going to add a little lower and lift. So lower just a little and lift just a little. Keep that sense of adducting. Lower a little, lift a little. Lower just a little, lift just a little. Nice. 4 more. Small range of motion here. Last one. And then as you roll it down, think bone by bone, nice and slow. Nice. The next time we peel up, we're going to hold at the top. From here, shifting the weight onto that left foot, right leg extends, flex the foot, reach to the heel, reach the leg, point swing it up. Try and keep those hips level. Flex, reach, point swing. 2 more like that, pressing down through that left foot. Last one, flex and reach, point and swing. From here, we're going to dip, then lift, flex, reach, point, swing. So dip the hips, lift, flex, reach, point, swing. 2 more. Last one. Woo, go ahead and bend the knee in here. We'll roll it down through the spine, bone by bone, nice and easy. And then we're going to come on to the other side. So press the low back down into your mat. Lift away. Bring all the way into that right foot this time. We'll lengthen the left leg up toward the ceiling. Flex this foot, reach through the heel. Lower and point and swing, lift up. Flex and reach. Point and swing. Try and keep those hips level, so don't let this left hip lower as the leg lowers. 1 more like this, then we're adding on. From here, dip first, then lift, flex, reach, point, swing. Come to a dip, lift, flex, reach, point, swing. Woo, last one. We're gonna lift it up, bend this knee in here, take the foot to the floor. See if you can roll down bone by bone. Nice. We'll take a little spinal neutralizer. So to peel the feet out to the edges of the mat. Take your knees in toward the center and take a moment to drop your knees to the left and the right. Nice. Giving that stretch of the low back. Put the low back in the rib cage. Peel away from the floor here. 1 more each side. We'll give the knees a hug. Nice. From here, we're going to lower that left foot down. Stand through the right leg. Reach your arms to your sides. Press down through the palms. We're going to flex and point. Flex and point. From here, take a little circle of the ankle. And then circle it in the opposite direction. So drawing your navel into your spine here, scoop your belly. And imagine you're drawing a circle on the ceiling with that big toe. You're going to keep the hips still. So it's out and around. And then back to the center. Circling out and around, and back to the center. Now, if you have the flexibility through those hamstrings, you can lengthen this left leg. But if you're feeling any sort of tightness through the front of the hips or the back of that leg, you can just bend that left knee in. Your main focus here is trying to keep those hips still. So you're isolating this leg in the hip joint. Hip stay still while you circle the leg. One more in this direction, circle all the way out and around. We're gonna hold at the top, reversing that circle. So start with a small circle here. Make sure you can maintain that control. And then if you can keep those hips still and maintain everything, grounding down through the palms, shoulders away from the ears, you can start to make that circle a little bigger and a little bigger, maintaining that control. Use your exhale. How about one more, and we'll hold. Bend this knee into your chest. So release the front of this hip. Just give it a hug. Take a couple of breaths here, releasing. Ah, should feel good. We're gonna take this foot to the floor. Take this left leg up toward the ceiling and flex. And reach through your toes. Flex. Just kind of waking up all the connections in the back of that leg, circling the ankle. Circle the other way. And then scooping the belly, navel to spine, ground down through the palms. We're gonna trace that circle on the ceiling. Make sure you're actively pressing your shoulder blades down into the floor here to help stabilize. Stay here or lengthening through that right leg. And then remember, if you can maintain that control, you can make this circle a little bigger. If not, keep it small. Most important thing is to try and keep those hips still as the leg is circling. Use your exhale. Last one. We're gonna hold it at the top, reversing that circle. Last two. And we'll hug this knee in. So release the front of this hip. Take a couple of breaths here. Just drawing this knee into the chest. We're going to take a stretch here. So taking that foot to the floor, bend the right knee in, cross the ankle over the knee. And then you can flex the feet a bit, draw the toes back. This right knee is opening out to the right. Make sure that you've got one long line here. So as you look straight down, you don't want your knee facing one way, the ankle in the other direction, one line knee to your ankle. Hands can come back behind the side, breathe. And then we'll lengthen that leg up toward the ceiling, take a little circle. Circling the other way. Flex, draw it in here, and then point, lift it up. We'll do that 2 more times. Hold it a little bit closer as you flex. Last one, flex and hold, pull it in. And we'll lengthen the left leg long. Scoot your hips maybe 2-3 inches to your right. So that as you drop this knee across the body, the hips will stack. Look over that right shoulder. Pressing that right shoulder blade into the floor, and then release. Take the right foot to the mat, left ankle, right knee here. Flex the feet a bit, toes draw back, hands back behind this right thigh this time. Breathe. Flex your feet a bit, toes drawing back. This left knee is opening out to the left. Breathe into it. Breathing into that stretch. Let's take this leg up, take a little circle, and circle the other way. So we're gonna flex, draw it in, point, lift it up. Last one, we're gonna hold this one and breathe. And we'll lengthen that leg long. Scoot your hips a little bit to your left here, drop your knee across the body. So setting up for this twist. Let the weight of the left shoulder blade release into the floor. Breathe into that twist. One more breath. And we'll unwind. Nice. Lengthen the legs long. Take the arms up overhead. Just take this stretch from your fingers to your toes. Nice. From here, we're going to swing it around and come onto the belly. And from here, we're going to set up for back extension. So go ahead and kind of shimmy your hips down. Rest the forehead in the mat, onto the mat, and then draw the elbows in toward your side ribs. Hands line up underneath the shoulders, maybe slightly forward. Start by activating the legs. So press the tops of the feet into the floor so much. Glutes are engaged, kneecaps lift away from your mat. Think of lengthening the tailbone down And then peel the chest away, but make sure you're not using your arms. In fact, test yourself, lift the hands. Lift a little higher, but back to the neck stays long, so not gazing straight ahead, gazing toward your mat. Lower down, take a breather. Engage the legs here. Tops of the feet press down, rise up. Back of the neck is long, lift a little higher. Slow release. Elbows wrapping in, here we go. Inhale, peel away. Lifting your chest, shoulders roll back. And lower down. Last time through, hug the elbows in, squeeze the glutes. Press the tops of the feet into the floor, rise up. This time, lower down, reach the arms down by your sides like you've got a stripe running down your hips. Shoulders roll back, peel your chest away. Lift a little higher, glutes are squeezing. Slow lower. Inhale, peel the chest away. Shoulders roll back. Head in line with the spine, so back the neck is long. Slow lower, 2 more like that. Shoulders roll back, squeeze the glutes. Rise. Lowering nice and slow. Last time. And we'll lower this down. Look over that right shoulder. Shimmy your hips side to side. You can let your heels fall apart, big toes touch. And we'll take the hands underneath the shoulders here. Pressing up, hold back, bring your hips toward your heels, separate the knees a little wide. Big toes come together, take a rest pose. Nice, come back onto your belly. This time, come back to that external rotation through the hip joints. So toes come out toward the corners. Reach your toes all the way out to the corners of your mat, so feet are apart. Heels will come in. You're turning out from the hip joint. And then bring your elbows so they're in line with your shoulders and sliding across out of your way. Forehead will rest on the mat. Prep for swan dive. We're going to start to peel the chest away just like before. Use those back extensions and then start to press into the hands. Make sure you're not a turtle here, not shoulders by the ears. And coming into that back bend, slowly. And once again, peel away. Make sure you're not using your arms at first. Use those back extensors, then press into the hands, come into a full back bend. Lift the gaze. Slow lower. We're going to come into the legs. This time, lengthen the legs toward opposite corners. Reach. And slowly lower. Squeeze the glutes here. Reach out toward opposite corners. So you have that turn out through the hips. We're going to add the 2 together. So we're going to peel the chest away. Press into the hands. Come into a full back bend. And then as you lower the upper body, the lower body will peel away. And then as you lower the lower body, the upper body will peel back up. And then as you lower the upper body reaches. And once again, lower body lowers. Upper body lifts. Upper body lowers. Lower body lifts. Nice. The next time you peel away, rise all the way up. This time, press into the hands, lift a little higher. From here, if you like, release. Use your momentum. And lower down, full swan dive. Take those hips side to side. You can let the heels fall apart this time, big toes touch. Look over the left shoulder, release your arms at your sides. Gently press the ear into the mat here. Just get that nice stretch of the head and neck. Shimmy the hips side to side. We'll slide the hands beneath the shoulders. Hold back to that rest pose, hips to your heels. You can take a little shimmy side to side if that feels nice. Grab your weights here. We're going to come on to all fours. So if you like, you can take one of the weights back behind the right knee. If you have a ball, you can use that. Or you can go without a weight here. Make sure you're all lined up. Hips and knees, shoulders stacked over the wrist. Scoop your belly here. And then make like you're pointing to the ceiling with those toes. Try not to rock side to side. Head is in line with the spine. Navel's drawing to your spine, scooping the belly. It's a lift. So bringing that thigh parallel or almost parallel to the floor. And you're coming to that hover. So it's a lift and a hover. You're trying to stabilize through the shoulders, stabilize through the hips, navel drawing to your spine. Use your exhale. 3 more like this, reach. Try not to rock side to side, 2. Last one, we're gonna hold this one at the top, small range. Nice, from here we're coming back behind that knee. and then out to the side. So it's back behind the knee, reach it out to the side. Head in line with the spine, try not to let that head hang. Try not to use your momentum here, last 2 sets. Work within your own range of motion so you're not hiking that hip. Last one, if we leave it up here, it's a little pulses up. We're gonna trace a circle in the air here, so all the way out and around. Imagine you have a pencil on the end of that knee. 2 more in this direction, slow it down, try not to move the rest of the body. And then we're reversing this. So we're always stabilizing with one part of the body and moving with another in Pilates. So again, isolating that leg with a joint. Last time through. Nice, release, switch sides. Bring it behind your left knee here. Squeeze, draw your foot all the way into your rear. Navel to your spine, scoop your belly. We're gonna lift, hover, rise up, and hover. Exhale on the exertion. Head in line with the spine. Try not to just let the head hang. Press down firmly through the palms. 2 more. On this last one, it's a pulse, small range. Little lifts up. Nice. We're coming back behind that knee from here. Reach it out to the side. Last one, we're gonna add a pulse, small range, little lifts, up, up, up. Nice, from here, carve out that circle. Try to keep everything else still. Almost there, guys. Reversing. We're gonna take a little stretch for the wrists after this. Last one through, release your weight. Go ahead and separate the knees apart, sink your hips to your heels, extend the arms long. Take a breath here. Exhale your hips toward your heels. Walk it out to the right, lay over that right thigh, just like we did at the beginning. Press into your hands, maybe that left hand stacks over top of the right. Reach your hips to the left. Take this through center. Walk it out to the left this time. Reach, press into the hands. Reach your hips over to the right. And we'll come back to the center here. And let's rise up and take a little stretch here so you can bring the backs of the hands together. A little stretch of the wrists, circling the other way. And then interlace the fingers here. Little circles. And from here, spread the fingers, reach. And we'll come back to that seat. Coming back to where we started, sitting up top, you need to take something underneath the hips. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. From here, reach out to the fingertips, take the arms all the way up as you breathe in. Exhale, take a pressing space away. One more inhale, arm sweep. Exhale, press. And we're done. Thanks so much, guys. Yay. It was nice to see all your smiling faces. If you're playing along, we're still doing bingo. So if you get one across, you're entered for a prize to win. If you feel your full board, you can win a prize. So yay, so keep sending those to us. And it was so nice to see you guys. We're looking at opening in June. We still have to work out all the details. And I'm sure it'll be smaller class sizes, but we'll continue to Zoom and we'll fill you in when we know. Hey, Autumn. Thanks so much. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Barbara. Thanks, Amy.
Meredith. Thanks, Meredith.
Bye, Pam. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Aggie. Good to see you.
Have a great day.
Thank you. You
Thank
too,
you so
Barbara.
much.
Thanks, Jeanette. Yay. It was so good to have you here.
I know, I'm excited. So I got my 1 month of Zoom unlimited. So
Oh,
I'm
awesome.
excited to just dive into lots and lots of classes. So
Oh, yay.
Yay,
Oh, that'll
I'm
be fun to
excited.
have you.
Yeah,
Well, thanks so
it'll be
much. I'll
fun.
see you soon then.
Thanks. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye bye.